for Hip Hop Robot, and for today's review I'm going to compare the Hasbro Black Series with the Disney Store Elite Series. When I first discovered the Elite Series, it's a bit confusing knowing that these are both supposed to be 6-inch. Why would they make two competing lines? To make it even more interesting, you can pick these up for $20 in stores, and at the Disney Store these are $25. So the price difference isn't that much. One of the biggest differences though is that these have die-cast parts, these are plastic. That's one big difference. The articulation is going to be slightly different. You're not going to see all these like swivel wrists and hips and bicep joints on the Elite Series, mostly because it is mostly metal. You do get that here, and the scales are a little different. I'm not going to go through every single figure, but I guess we'll pick Finn here. So as you can see, these are completely different scales. You might even think of them like Marvel Legends versus Marvel Select. I don't think they're quite as big as the Elite Series as Marvel Select, but they're kind of up there. Let's take him off this base real quick to get you a better size comparison. This guy is mostly die cast. The only thing that's not die cast, this vest, the gun, the hands, the feet, and everywhere there's a joint, there's plastic holding, the forearm to the upper arm. Although these are very articulated, the Black Series is just a little bit more just by the nature of it being plastic and being able to have more joints. So you're not going to be able to like collect some of this and then some of this and kind of mix them together. You're going to have to like commit to either collecting one or the other or both. Me personally, I plan on getting both, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of characters under the Elite Series. Not as many as probably the Black Series, just from the marketing that's already been out. But the nice thing is that they're both very detailed, both very articulated. The Elite Series does come with a base, which I think for an extra $1 or included in the price, I think these should probably come with one too. It just kind of makes sense. But they're definitely both desirable, and you're gonna have to decide if you're gonna collect both of them or not. Again, I think you should probably collect both, but if you're gonna collect one or the other, it's a difficult toss-up. I think overall these are probably going to have more collectible value because they're metal, because they're not going to be things that kids can play with. If you took this out and played with it, you'd scrape up the paint quickly. Where with these, these can be played with more, and that might be a better reason to collect them too. Maybe you want to display them on your desk, you want to pose them, so it just kind of depends. But I do think like the paint apps and the details probably a little better on the Elite Series than the Black Series, so that's another point for the Disney line. So these are kind of sort of everywhere. They're being sold at Walmart, Target, Toys R Us. Hopefully you can find them. I'm still finding a lot of Chewbacca's everywhere. You're probably not going to find Kylo Ren because fanboys seem to want to get this guy for some reason. At the Disney Store, the Finn, Rey, and Kylo Ren seem to be going the quickest. But they did have like tons of troopers, which I guess they figured people were going to want more of those, so they had more of that product available. So there's no telling how limited or how available this is going to be yet. So if you can, collect both. If not, choose one or the other, but I would highly recommend choosing both. That's our review for today. Thanks for watching, and keep tuning in to Hip Hop Robot.